Hey man, thank you guys for watching the content, watching all of the interviews. Make sure you like, subscribe, and also leave a comment, man. Vibing with Vito. Just take 1 second out your day and leave a comment, like, or subscribe. Let's get back to the interview. Okay, we live in the crib, Vibing with Vito. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube at Vibing with Vito. Also follow us on the Instagram at Vibing with Vito. You already know the slogan, we vibrating higher. And today I got my guy in the building. Hey man, I got my guy in the building. Let me say it 3 times. I got my guy in the building.
Hey man.
Nuface was there.
Happen, right?
What's up, bro?
You said it 3 times. That was like that skit I did. You say, they said that you say Nuface 3 times, he just pop up like candy, man.
Facts,
you never know where I
facts.
appear at, man. It's an honor and a pleasure, man. I've been watching your growth and your evolution, and we've been making this happen. And you called me, and I always wanted to do it. So time is we on God's time. So it's
we
official,
on God's time. That's dope. That's dope, man. I got a $1 million question for you. I asked everybody that sits on this couch, how big would you dream if you knew you couldn't fail?
Man, I always dream sky's the limits. Like I'm a big manifester. I'm a master manifester. So I'm always dreaming big. Like I go to sleep like saying thank you God for what you did today. But like it's like he always say, well, hold my drink, wait till tomorrow. Like every time, because I'm always going to bed grateful. But I just know it's always more in store because people calling me a legend now, and I ain't really tapped into like really my goals. This is just the fun part. This is the journey part. I ain't even really. I'm doing stuff like side missions, like Grand Theft Auto, and it's just still been like it's love because it's passion. So it's always driving me. But man, I'm always dreaming bigger. But I just don't never think it's a fail because it's always a lesson in anything. It's never a loss. It's always a lesson. So I always take my losses as lessons.
Facts. So, man, where do we begin, man? Let's talk about the journey. I see all of the stuff that you have on the way on your path with your journey. Let's talk about like where it began, like who you are as a person, and like what is your actual mission that you want to accomplish here on this earth.
Well, it definitely starts way before Atlanta.
Facts.
Detroit, Michigan, to be exact. 7 Mile, Herman Garden Projects, Northland, Fairlane Malls, all that stuff. But I was a kid with toys, G.I. Joe, Transformers, comic books. Basketball cards until the day like my father took me and my cousin to the mall and bought us 3 Adidas tracksuits, black with the red stripes, bought us the shell toe shoes and a t-shirt. Like I'm like, man, I'm about to be fresh as hell at school tomorrow. And then I'm thinking in my head like, thank you, Dad. Like he won right there. But we also went to a place called Cobo Hall. And that's usually a place for like circuses or monster trucks as a kid going there. So I'm thinking it's a circus or something. So I get up there and there was 3 white boys on the stage. And you hearing songs like Fight for Your Right to Party and, Brooklyn and Brass Monkey. And this is the Beastie Boys. The next gentleman gets up there. It's just him and a DJ sitting on a boombox. This is eventually grows to be the GOAT. This is LL Cool J.
Damn.
And next it comes up and it's 3 guys with the same kind of suit. Adidas. Then it gets to a point where they say, if you got Adidas, take your shoes off, put them in the air. And I'm watching other people do the same thing. Young, old, black, white, female, males. And then I'm like, oh shit, I got Adidas. I see what you did, Pop. So then I did that. And then, so when people say like, how long you been collecting or when you been in hip hop, it was like that moment. It was the Fresh Fest. That was the Fresh Fest. That was Beastie Boys, Houdini, Run DMC, and LL Cool J. And my father took me to that.
Damn.
And so I have that same ticket stub.
Damn. So you still kept that.
Yeah. So that's why I've been keeping ticket stubs. I have over 10,000 ticket stubs because it's like I don't go have down moments a lot, but when I do, I can look at a ticket stub and it just give me like, damn, like I can look at that ticket stub and remember that moment vividly. I can look at my Outkast ticket at Centennial Park, which was 10 years ago today, and remember that Sunday was the best show ever when Outkast, Goody Mob, and Erykah Badu was all there. Like, so when you say where it began, it was my father taking me to my first hip hop show because after that, hip hop was around me, but they were listening to like soul, blues, Rick James, Pat Benatar, Barry White, George Clinton. But until that moment, I was transferred to rap. I stopped comic books. I was buying all rap. I was buying these magazines. You see here, Source, Double XL, Murder Dog, anything rap in the tape store every Tuesday. Every Tuesday I'm in the tape store, eventually making mixtapes, really mixtapes, like pause and record, and the best songs on the project, I'm selling them in my high school or in the neighborhood. Even magazines or tapes, I'm taking them to school, and like you seeing the first when the Day the Chronic came out, I'm the only one with it. You know, people were reading the credits then. So it was like, it made me feel like kind of cool, but not just for my sake, but it's like seeing people have this appreciation for this new thing that was coming about, and that was hip hop.
Facts. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. So like, bro, when you can actually literally say like I've collected over 10,000 ticket stubs, that's crazy, bro. That means that, bro, like you were there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
literally.
So that goes back to what I was saying in the beginning of the show. Like Nuface was there. So is that how that slogan came about?
Yeah, well, it came. I mean, I was always there anyway, but it was my mentor, a guy I look up to, Kenny Burns. He's a lifestyle specialist, they call him. But I asked him, could I coin it the culture specialist, which is who I am. But he was like, if you have a brand, you have to become the brand. And so it was at that moment I was like, I need a theme or a hashtag or something. So it was like Nuface was there. But I took it a step further. You can say something. You hear people say, I'm the best rapper here, I'm the hottest in the city or anything. But if I say Nuface was there, I can't simply say it. I have to show people what that looked like. And that's what that became. Became me supporting friends who are DJs, comedians, photographers, rappers, artists. Let me be there and support. And now if it's, you know, Atlanta, it's 3 events in the city, you know, but it just came about of me supporting my friends. So that's what that was about. Like, all right, how can I support my friends and have fun and doing it? And that's where that came about. But me constantly doing that over the years. Imagine every time T.I. have an album, I'm at the Best Buy, I'm at the Tower Records every year, just in line waiting for my autograph, and I wasn't saying nothing. But over years, you know, the management, the road manager, the people in the background, like, damn, you come every time, like, and then you start building relationships over years, and then even with the artists. So, you know, it really came from that and just building a brand, because, you know, I was just drawing and painting at the house, and so I know, but it was stuff on my walls that people would come and be like, I didn't even know you painted. So I had to kind of get out of my shell, and so I started eventually painting on shirts and selling those to artists and comedians, and they would end up wearing it on stages. K-Dub, you see it on He Got Jokes with Bill Bellamy. Carlos Miller, who's on 85 and Wild 'N Out, he's wearing them on stages and things like that. So it was just like, let me just do what I love and support this is my way of like saying thank you to these artists, because while I was painting, like I said, I'm listening to their music, or I'm watching their comedy special, or I'm listening to the DJs mixing, or that type of thing. So when I see them or pull up to an event, rather than, you know, what you can do for me, is like, here's my appreciation, thank you for what you do, because that's what I love. Like, that's it, because I've seen people always in line and they're like, can you do this? Can you do a drop? Can they get a feature? And I always just wanted to be, Nipsey talks about the purple cow, or, you know, even the black sheep, like being different. Like, you know, everybody running this way, I'm going to go this way. You know, it's been times where I don't even get the autograph because it just wasn't, I don't feel like it's my moment.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I walk in, you know, in divine, my steps are guided, but it just really came with me trying to build a brand. So that's what Nuface was there came from.
Facts. So building a brand, man, when we talk about that, like, a lot of times people think that overnight success is really overnight. You know what I mean? Sometimes that can take 10,000 hours to be great.
Yeah.
How many hours you think you put in on your journey?
2 things come to mind. The Outliers, they talk about that 10,000 hours. Nipsey talks about that book, and Greg Street even says that, my OG Capricorn brother, it takes 10 years to become an overnight success. But when you talk about hours that I probably put in, you got to think this rap show was in 1986. And this is, I moved into Atlanta in 94, Freaknik.
Damn.
So you got to think, when I got here, it was Booty Shake, which is evolution of Miami bass. Then we got the, you know, trap. Then we got the crunk. Then we got trap. Then we got what we got now in the evolution. So I've seen all that evolve while I've been here.
Facts.
And that's every show since then. You know what I'm saying? Killer Mike got me on that. Like, he shouldn't have to go to any show. You know, Nuface should have access. Carlos said it the other day, like, he should have access to any show, because he put in the work as far as buying the tickets. Like, I should own stock in Ticketmaster. Because what would happen was I would buy the ticket and I would be in line, just a normal fanship.
Right.
And the artists of the team would come and like, why are you in line, bro? Like, just come
with us. Yeah.
Then I'm like, cool, but I'm like, I'd pay for this damn ticket.
Right.
Got to a point like Killer Mike said, and I'm like, let me just bet on my face card. So I ain't like really paid for a ticket like in probably about 7 years.
So now everybody, they like, when they do things here in Atlanta, they make sure that you're invited.
I just show up. Like I know where it is, and I just test my luck. If it's State Farm, I'm gonna go at that back door. I don't want. I mean, it ain't even a secret. Like people can see me back there, and people ask, "Am I good?" I say yes or no. Or there's been so many different variables. Somebody know, like, I know what you do, man. Take this wristband, you good? Or I'm gonna call so and so. You good? Like it's just every time. But that's again, Nuface was there. It's like you wouldn't know unless you was there. Like, all you got to do is be there. People call me, like, how can I get in? Can I pull up? I don't know how I'm getting in. Most of the time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't that one, like, yeah, come with me. Because I don't like to be that one when you at the door when you finally get there and they're like, who all with you? And you got to do the...
100 people.
Nah, bro, it's just me.
Yeah, facts.
It's just me, and you know what I came to do. I ain't even got to be backstage. Just get me in, and I'll walk it from... I'm used to whatever part, man, because I just want to be in the building.
Damn. I have a slogan that I always say, purpose over popularity. When I say that slogan, how can you put that in your own words?
That's my mantra, really. You know, I party with a purpose. That's the one I do, but it's always been purpose with me. Never popularity. I mean, it grows because, you know, I used to do this and nobody kind of would know who I am, but social media has helped it to now where it's like when I'm leaving, people are like, I have these conversations with, you know, supporters. Like, I see what you're doing. I love what you're doing. Can I get a picture? And it's like, you know, it's new to me because it's like I didn't think that came with it. I was just a fan. But it lets me know that my purpose is being spread because people are seeing it and showing their respect. And I'm like,
Thanks.
I'd rather that than something negative, you know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? So it's always love. And I'm just trying to embrace it because it is new to me. But it's like I be on the move and I'll be like, hey, I'm just trying to get out. But I got to take that little 5 minutes because I just know what's coming. And I love it. But it's like, you know, it's always purpose with me. And it's always, I've never been motivated by money. So that's why this last 2 years has been new to me because a lot of people has been telling me, like, you know, it's time to monetize what you've been doing. So that's been the whole thing now with conversation. You know, I did the Rock the Bells cruise. I did the Hip Hop 50 with Jermaine Dupri and Dallas Austin. All things paid in music videos if they need magazines to look like the setting. Rap City in the basement. They called me to have I did the whole basement with ticket. Everything you seen downstairs, I did with my collection. I even graffitied the wall. So it's like, look at, you know, my purpose has led me to the profits. You know what I'm saying? So, and I always say, my passion gonna give me my purpose. My passion will lead me to my profits.
Facts. Like, so as I hear you talk, like I'm on a journey with you. I'm literally like envisioning like the rooms that you have been in and stuff like that. So now in 2024, all of the work that you had put in, you said it led you to the profits. Was there ever a time where you were kind of like, damn, I don't know what I'm doing, or like you kind of were confused, like on your journey, like that kind of like strayed you on another path? You know what I'm saying?
I was in a corporate spot. I ran a corporate franchise, Avis Rent a Car, right? So I ran about 3 Avises. Family business. Money was great. Family, we lived in Fayetteville, big houses. The school was across the street from a farm. You know, but this is coming back from prior with me raising a daughter, single father on Simpson Road in the Bluff, riding that 51 bus, and you seeing J's and condoms and needles all in the street. And then that movie comes out, Snow in the Bluff, and you're like, oh, damn. I ain't know we lived in that. I ain't know that's how they took that neighborhood.
Yeah, facts.
I made it pleasant. You know, I didn't involve her or anything, but when you get to the point of like the evolution part of it, it's like, no, it's more to this. So when I keep going, it's like I always think of that and envision that part because it's like I was at the point with corporate, the money was great. I wasn't in my purpose. So like I'm in corporate, I never told nobody I was Nuface. Rappers would rent from me. I kept it so business. Here's your car, upgrade, you do this, everything was, I couldn't, it's like, but what you do is you're dimming your light. You know what I'm saying? People would know me, but I just wanted to keep it professional. I didn't even post about it online. Like you see people, I run 3 businesses. Like I never even, people on now even know, people that knew, but I never promoted or put on my Instagram, like come rent with me and come. But I had people doing that, but that stopped because it was just a whole nother issue because how people, you know, I wasn't in control of getting cars, right? So when somebody come and they got a reservation, they're talking to me how they should. They're upset. They didn't have a car. But that emotional toll that it took on me, because it's like, I'm a man, right?
Right.
And this is a family business. My daughter in the back, and how you talking to me is like, so it just got to a point where it's like, and other stuff, but that stopped. So then you have no money. Well, now I didn't even say no money, but you coming down, you got transition. Now you like, but I'm finding my purpose. So now I'm walking in my purpose, but the money wasn't there. So that's when you talk about those feelings of like, where am I at? It's like, all right, this is all I got, because I ain't going back to that.
Facts.
You know, and I was the boss in there, but
Live it up just a little bit.
once I came to Atlanta, I knew. And even as a kid, I never wanted a boss. I never wanted to work for nobody. I never wanted to be saying I have to be somewhere. So I had to create a lifestyle like that, and that's where I'm at now. I'm full of the purpose, and now it's becoming to balance it out, the profits and the purpose. But I always led with purpose, and I just had faith in God, because they say if you walk in your purpose, the universe will align in your favor. And that's what's been happening. Like, even I go to shit now, and I'm like, don't know how I'm getting in, and then something happened, I'm like, just have faith. I used to try to, if something was your event or a concert was at 7, I'm in my home, if I'm there at 6:30, I'm like, I'm gonna be late. Man, I'm about to miss everything. Now I don't. And then when I get there was when I was supposed to get there, because then it's like, here they come. It's like everything, like, it's just a divine timing with me. And people say, like, what's my superpower? And I always say, like, the ability of perfect timing. Like, whenever I show up is when I was supposed to get there.
Facts.
And I never have a fear of missing out. Like, it's been instances where I go to events and maybe I'm not on the list, or somebody don't recognize me. I turn around so quick, and it'd be like somebody else that know me and be like, I done seen people like fight the security, like, you don't know who this is, like, and I'd be like, it's cool. But what happens is somebody from management or somebody go and get me, and I get in. I might go to the back door, but when I come out, I'm shaking a homie hand.
Yeah.
It's good. And they be like, I didn't know. That's cool. You don't know, because I hate seeing people with these entitlements, be in the club. I know so-and-so, and then when you get in there, it wasn't nothing. Like, what was that for?
Facts.
So I just choose not to stress myself over that. And if I'm not meant to be anywhere, that's cool. Where I'm at is where I'm supposed to be. Sometimes, rejection is protection.
Ooh, my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I love
sometimes
that.
I'm easy to walk away, but my friends, it's like, why you didn't call me? I was like, it's just, and some people like, and it's funny, because in rental cars, they always tell you go past the no. Like, if somebody don't do an upsell, you say no, they don't want to upsell, go again and ask for something else. But I didn't do that. Like, if I just flow with energy. Like, if it's not, natural, organic, then I don't even want it. Like Big Chris say, if it don't touch my soul, I don't fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the purpose comes from for me personally.
Facts.
It's always purpose with me.
Facts. You see how we're talking about like purpose, and a lot of times people, they go for the money, like, like, and that can be an end, an end to your demise. You know what I'm saying? Like bro, like, money ain't everything, but the way that society has put the importance on money, it's like it makes people feel like, damn, like, if I'm not doing it for anything else, I need to do it for the money. Yeah. How did you even put that in your head to where it's like, man, fuck this shit, I'm about to walk away from this, I'm not gonna even think about money? You know what I mean? Where was your mind frame at that point? I want to ask.
Being raised in Detroit, you're either working in the plant, you're a household person, family person, or you're on the streets, right?
Right.
In all three of those circumstances, I've seen people die over money. Not a lot of money, like no money at all. I've seen people die. So I always like, all right, I'm going to get my money and I'm going to do it righteously, but I don't need it that bad.
Yeah.
I don't never need to treat nobody wrong to get it. I don't need to steal for it. You know what I'm saying? And then I ain't going to act like I ain't steal, but I always like, this is Kroger's, or this is a corporation. Right. This is not a brother that look like me. This is not nobody that's attached to it personally. That's how I made it make sense, because some of these magazines, I ain't gonna lie, I probably put them in my pocket, put a couple Targets out of Media Play out of business just for putting some, VCR tapes in my pocket. Lenox Mall, I've been banned before, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I didn't get caught, but my friend did, but I just seen people, relationships trample over money. Great relationships. I've seen things happen over money, and I was like, it's not even worth it. And I've seen this case where I don't even put a price on things like that, and people will go over and beyond because I have no expectation. So if you give me something, I didn't expect it anyway. So I come out as a win, but I've seen, if I just imagine a lot of these relationships that I have today, I probably wouldn't if I put a price on it. Because you know the point, you tell them your price, you might not hear from them again. If I did put a price on a lot of these shirts you're seeing on TV, that was a gift to people. But imagine if I was like $50 or the $100, but I had my community where I sold. I always had a place of money where I made money where it didn't have to convert to this world.
Right.
I always made sure I had a hustle where whether this went one way or not, I'm good over here. I don't need y'all. I'm not dependent on that. So whatever comes with that is always extra. That's the icing on the cake. But I just never was motivated by money because God was going to take care of me. And they always say God gives to the givers. So I'm going to always give because that cycle is going to come back to me. I'm just planting the seeds. And right now, people are even like Pastor Trey was like, "What's your cash app?" And he like, "I love what you're doing," and I'm like, "It's good." But then the next day, he like, "No, nigga, tell me your cash app." And then he's showing love, or that type of things mean the world to me. Or like T.I. telling his manager and Clay and Toyan and like, let's help Nuface monetize and what do we need. But at that point, all I said I need is access. Just put me in the room, and they stood on that. Anytime Clay had an event, State Farm, he got me in. Tip, he with us. Everything they stood on there what that is, because I always said, just get me in the room. That's gonna be my social currency. My social currency is relationships. The money, and I heard him tell that story like with 21 Savage, like, give me $1 million, and he's like, nah, because I probably would feel some type of way, like you gonna owe me. But if you do something naturally, you'll never owe me. And I respect that. And our relationship with like Tip and Killer Mike has been valuable because nothing was in between that. You know what I'm saying? Imagine, I look sideways at somebody owe you money. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that kind of owe me money, but I still support them. Because the Jeff, author, always say like, love anyway. Give anyway. If people stole from you, give anyway. Somebody hated on you, love anyway. You know what I'm saying? Do anyway. So that's always been my mentality because, universe gonna take care of me.
Damn. So you brought a lot of things to the show, man. Can we go through some of these? The Natasha. So I see you have the BG CD. Let's start there.
Oh man.
And we'll start with BG. We'll start with the Source magazines and different things like that, and we'll show the people.
And most of these, ironically, is like in the last week.
For real?
So as you said, BG is just fresh home.
Welcome home, BG.
Welcome home, BG. And this classic right here.
It's all on you. This volume 2. Volume 1 was crazy too as well. Man. So you got that autographed by BG yesterday.
Yep. BG on the cover of this right here.
Yeah. What video is this? This was I think this might be What Your Heart Beating For video. I don't know. So. Yeah. Okay.
And then this is the cover.
Okay. Yeah. The game on there. Yeah. BG. Okay. So for sure.
Signed that one.
You got Get It How You Live.
Get It How You Live, the Hot Boys. And so this one has already been autographed by Turk and Juvie already.
Damn, so you pulled up on them and they did that too as well.
Turk on 85 South Show, Juve at State Farm Arena.
Damn.
For the Legends of Hip Hop.
So when you pulled up on them, like what are their reactions when you have like classic albums and stuff like that?
Turk was remembering, he was like, man, this is like when I was doped up. Like he just was, and I had a Cash Money VCR tape. He was like, dang, I didn't make it to this show or that type of thing. Or KLC was like, man, this bringing back memory because he was just always in the basement producing. So he didn't even get a chance to see some of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But they're always like, I don't even, like, that's the best thing when they like, I don't even have one of these, and this is my shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
damn.
But this is, like, fairly new. BG right here, Juvie,
damn.
Turk signed. Like, only thing I had was Lil Wayne signed. He signed The Block Is Hot.
How was that when you pulled up on him with that?
Real quick in the club at Opium.
Oh, okay.
Security was almost like, eh.
Oh, this was recent? No, this was a while back.
Regine's birthday party about 4 years ago.
Yeah, okay.
Juvie, Manny Fresh was in there DJing about 4 years ago.
Damn, that's hard. That's hard.
But so I'm hopefully Hot Boy reunion November 2nd.
Yeah, in New Orleans, you going down?
Back up.
Yeah, facts.
When you talk about, I said I just moved to to Atlanta in '94. The first artist that I got autographs from was Outkast.
Wow.
Elevators. They were giving out cassette samplers at CAU, so I waited in line. You'll see me post a lot about it. First picture I got, Andre, he was ready to sign, and this on I always kept a Polaroid picture with me. Like that's why I say, even before
So you got
Instagram,
those two. You got hella pictures.
I always kept a disposable camera or a camera on me. Period. Like I got photo albums upon photo albums. People make fun of like how many posts I got. Like I probably had 80,000 Instagram posts because I'll be like, if it's on Instagram, I can delete it out of my phone in space because I got two phones because I just have so much moments in my phone that I can just scroll through and be like, damn, I did. Like when I'm with people, they be like, send me that picture like now, because like if you call me tomorrow and be like, send me the picture from yesterday, your yesterday and my yesterday is
two different days. Yeah,
like I'm gonna be like, yesterday, wait,
right.
Okay, oh yeah, here we go, like that.
Yeah,
so,
facts.
you know what I'm saying? And Goody Mob,
damn,
autographed by all four members. One of my favorite albums. This one is Soul Food. All four members signed that one. And then even if you look on this Outkast one, what was special, I just realized yesterday that R.I.P. Rico Wade actually signed this as well.
Rico Wade.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Rico Wade, man.
The Godfather.
Wow.
One of my favorite albums right here, Scarface. One of my favorite rappers ever.
Damn.
Scarface signed a diary. Another hood favorite, Project Pata, autograph.
Yeah, facts,
you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Met the man recently at Revolt World. He signed.
All right, when you pulled up on Method Man, what'd he say?
He was like, how long we gonna be doing? You keep going in your bag, you know. Oh man, but he kept pulling them out and everything. I pulled it.
And he was
signing everything, man. Shout out to Method Man. But you know,
that's
again,
crazy.
This is the cassette single, even before his album came out.
Facts.
People don't know about stuff like that.
Hey, you got Nipsey Hussle. Hold on. Before we do Snoop, so I didn't know that they were still doing cassette tapes when Victory Lap came out, because I have the actual CD. I went to South DeKalb Mall when he was doing the signing.
That's what me too.
You did too?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and he signed it. That was the third time I met Nipsey.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? I got Nipsey tattooed on my leg right here, man. Yeah, bro, he had a great energy about him, man.
Yeah, facts. And that's why I would tell people. I had the vinyl, I had the CD that I bought there. I got this in the mail, Marathon. And I pulled up at him when he had South DeKalb again. He had the Victory Lap Pumas. So I bought the shoes, went with my two daughters. They were even hired to hold the flags.
Wait, they hired your daughter?
My daughter was like just flag girls waving people into the store, like, you know, and I still have those flags. DJ Jelly was DJing Greg Street, and I just waited in line, and I brought that Scarface, I brought Redman autograph, and I brought Nas. And so I showed him all those, and he was like, "Oh shit, you official, man? That's hard." And you know, he had his camera crew, and I always look. That's when I know I got him, when they pull out their phone or they tell somebody like, "What cuz with the camera?" You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he sat there and he autographed this, took pictures with me and everything. And I always tell people, like you said, a lot of people didn't know, you know, that they had it on cassette. So the special thing is like, this is rare. A cassette by itself is
That's
rare.
a rare cassette.
But the one thing is, nobody has an autographed cassette. Nobody in the world. And then to take it further, he actually autographed the cassette too, red tape. And what made that moment really special is maybe like 3 months later, he's at what was that, Opera. It was an event. 3 DJs, 3 rappers. Rick Ross, I think Zaytoven, Big Boy, Nipsey was there. And I'm with DJ Kerosene, like just taking a little selfie or whatever. I take the picture. Nipsey in the back like this. Neighborhood.
Damn.
And then I just went over like to dap him, like just showing love. He does the reverse. He's like, "You don't remember me? I met you and your daughters and you at South DeKalb Mall." And you know, it's like
that's hard.
Usually it's the verse. It's like
that's hard.
That's hard. But he remembered, and this is months later. And then he had a show December 8th at Buckhead Theater. He's like, "Man, we got the show, man. Make sure you pull up." I was like, "I'm there." Like, and that was one of them instances where I had to do 2 shows in the same day because Big Boy was at Tabernacle and he was in Buckhead Theater, and it was raining, but I made both shows. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Because that's somebody that like taught me a lot with my lifestyle. Because when he said something like, you know, I went through every emotion, I just didn't stop. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that meant a lot because it's like you do go through a lot, and people don't know what you're going through. Like, they just see you there, but they don't know that. You know what I'm saying? You had to go through something with your child at school, or maybe your girl was upset with you at home, or anything. They don't know. You just show up, and you know, and people walk out with this outer shell of themselves. But he taught me that, like, it's a marathon. Like, we just gonna show up every time. You know what I'm saying? And that stuck with me. And when he would do interviews, he would say things, and I'm an avid reader. I can just be like, oh, I know what he reading. Oh, I know where he got that from. And that always stuck me. And then when he even talked about books, I was like, I started a whole Nipsey curriculum out of the books that he suggested. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know them off top? Like a couple of them off top?
Makings of a Man, Purple Cow, of course, The Alchemist, 48 Laws of Power. Yes, but it's like 20 books though. You know, Minister Farrakhan, Malcolm X autobiography, the readings of Dr. Sebi as well. You know, those type of things. Then I took it upon myself to add to those. Like my favorite books are Who Moved My Cheese, which teach you about the evolution of, transitioning from one position to the next one comfortably. The Year of Yes is where I'm at today because of Shonda Rhimes. I don't know if you're familiar, ABC. She did Scandal, Grey's Anatomy, How to Get Away with Murder, ran ABC. But she was always, and she had children, but she was like, let me try a year of just saying yes to everything, where usually in the past you just not open to it.
Facts.
You turn it away. So I read that, man, and it like completely changed my life because it's like, what do you have to lose? Like, what are we stopping ourselves from doing? Or we always, even with children or anything, we always like, I'm waiting for the right moment. The moment is when you say yes. And that's what that taught me is like, so anytime somebody called me or anything, I just say yes. Like, I don't know what the agenda is. I don't care. I know what my agenda is I'm walking in my purpose. Like, nobody's going to stray me from that. So I always said yes. And the other thing that she taught me was like, she would go some places, but her kids she got to leave her kids. So what she would do is, and it taught me is like, if I got to be somewhere at 10, right, I'm going to still get there at 10, but what I'm going to do is act like I'm about to leave at 9, right? And then my children like, oh, you got to go. And your kid like, oh, and you're like, no, I'm going to sit back. They can wait. Your children don't know what you got to be there at 10, but you act like, no, I'm going to choose you. I'm choosing you right now. So now you got a whole hour or 50 minutes to where they feel like you chose them. And they probably, you done read them and fed them. You did everything in an hour, get them tired, and they might be asleep. Then you out.
Right.
You doing you, but rather than them, the last memory of them, like, dang, he chose, or he
did that instead of hanging with us.
You know what I'm saying? So I taught that in Afeni Shakur. My daughters were in the Tupac Kids Camp, so they were always teaching creative writing, dance, and poetry. But what she taught me is what she always used to do with Pac. Like when he get in trouble, rather than discipline him, she would make him read a book or read newspapers and then do reports on him. So with the Pac that you have today is because of the stuff that she instilled with him through the literature that she gave to him. So with my children, like, I never had to raise a voice or like get violent or do the whole whooping thing like what we kind of predisposed to in our past. I never had to do that because, like, no, and my daughters know I may take the phone or something, but if they do something wrong, man, I remember my daughter just being on the covers with like 5 books. Like, she already knew, like, and I already knew she must have did something wrong because she got the books out. Like, it just gets to that point. Like, and I teach children, like, it ain't even about me catching you. Like, the Lord know and you know. Like, how do you feel about this? And like, Will taught me about that. It's called helicopter parenting. Like, you got this. I'm gonna give you the foundation, but it ain't about how I'm judging you. You got this, because once you out of here, it's in your world. But hopefully you can fail under this household and learn these lessons, and then you can make these choices, and we can grow together. But that's what those books taught me, and I always propose, reading books.
Facts. That's dope. What has hip hop taught you? Like, what has hip hop and what has the game given you? What has hip hop taught you?
Hip hop taught me that, man, you can creatively have something that's uniquely ours, right? And it's really, they have this word called culture vulture, and I'm not really going to divulge in that, but culture. We are the hottest commodity in the world. Black culture, period. I don't care what genre you talk about, music, TV. We are being copied. We are inspiring other races. We are inspiring companies to make billions of dollars on the sweats of our backs, of the stuff, our lessons. NWA Fuck the Police was made millions for Priority Records, but when you talk about it, it's really a reflection of how the community treated people that looked at it like us. Police were being abusive to us. They were telling their story. That was the news to us, but a label supported it, and it's famous and everything. But look at without it, we wouldn't know anything like that. We wouldn't know what they were going through, because CNN, you know, we wouldn't get those type of news stories where we at. You know, how would we get that without an NWA or Ice Cube telling these stories? So when you look at it that way, and Dr. Dre is a part of that, and he's one of the richest, you know, black men out there. So when I see that, and then I see the community in it, like being a fan was one thing, but after a while, I became personal friends with these people, and it got to the point where I have conversation with some of your favorite, biggest artists in Atlanta, and we don't talk about music. How is your mental health? How is your family doing? There's a lot of artists that I had to make sure they got home, you know, straight, or I'll take you home type of thing. I manage artists now, so it's like I'm worried about not when the single coming out. Most times we can do that, but I'm really about like how the kids doing, you know, that type of thing. So you're talking about hip hop. Like without hip hop, I wouldn't be the father I am. I probably would. I wouldn't say I would have been in jail, but a song like Beanie Siegel, "What My Life Like," when he was in jail, talking about this story, and very descriptive of like what that jail and prison life is. When you talk about people in the prison making love to their hand, and you never know when you're gonna see your kids again. I knew whatever I gotta do, I can't do that. I ain't built like that. When I heard Daddy, Where Have You Been by Jay-Z and Beanie Siegel talking about their father not playing football with them. You never pitched at a ball. You never see me at all. I knew, or Eminem, Mama, Where Have You Been? It was songs like that, or Biological Didn't Bother by Shaq. Me hearing those knew what type of father that I wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? So without those songs, I wouldn't have like that type of blueprint. You know what I'm saying? Like I have the best relationship with a bonus daughter right now, because that's not my biological daughter, but I knew I had to make sure that they wouldn't make no songs like that about me. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to make sure that I can put this aside and balance that all. So without hip hop, again, that's what the lesson I get from it, and just the commodity of it, the value of it. Like, you know, you see Nas able to give back to a Scarface and a Rakim 50 years in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That's the power that we have. You know what I'm saying? But that's an ecosystem of us, and it's a community. So that's what it taught me, is community and family, really.
Wow. Damn. One last question, man, before we get out of here, man. With the weight of the world on your shoulder, success at the palm of your hands, how will you respond if adversity knocked at your door?
Same words of Nipsey, like keep going. Like, you know, no matter what, the pressure is there, because I have children and daughters that are looking at me first. Like besides that, that's why I said people like kind of know me as Nuface, but when you go home, you just daddy to these kids, right? So I look at it from that perspective, and they always looking. They don't act like they looking at it, but they watching like how you react to adversity, how you react to drama, how you react to negativity. You know what I'm saying? So that's the one thing. A lot of people say like, I never seen Nuface like not happy or not smile. Like that's the energy that I want to give out, because it's a lot of negativity and it's a lot of, you know, death and everything in this community. But like, who can you go to be that light? You know what I'm saying? So I always wanted to be the change. What they say, be the change that you want to see in the world.
Damn.
So that's what it's all about. So if it's any pressure, like I'm gonna just keep going, because this, I didn't know where this was leading me. Like being a manager, and I'm managing two to three artists currently, and we did our first headlining show at Center Stage. That wasn't part of like the goal, but the universe put these.
It was
things.
Packed out too.
Yeah, the people put this in, and you know, when you got people like Princess of Crime Mob, Akeem Alayi, people like of the community, Chilio, like Sorry the Kid, like you just seeing names and people that like
came to the show,
genuinely support you, and or people that didn't show up was like, I'm buying a ticket, I'm not even in town. Like, you know, that like that's what I say. That's my currency, is social currency. You know, I named my daughter Karma as a reminder to her and me. It's like, no, what you put in the world is gonna come back, and that's what I'm doing, reaping the benefits. But again, staying on my path, because there's other things that's coming to fruition that wasn't part of the plan. And you know, I'm just here to be a value in people's lives, no matter what. Value, because you always gonna remember value. You know what I'm saying? Anytime in the line, they always gonna. Most times, rappers always remember me.
Damn.
because I gave them something, or I said a thank you, or I did something positive. It's always reverse.
Mm-hmm.
You hear people, can you go on FaceTime, call my mom? You know, I studied this shit. I've been doing it so long. And even with networking, it's taught me to network. I was an introvert naturally. You know, I got all this stuff at home. I got Nintendo's, games. I got fun at the house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it took me coming outside, being social in real time. People know me on Instagram, but I'm really like real life, like to talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
Like they can take my Instagram today, tomorrow. I'd be good because I know these people in real life. I got their phone numbers. You know, that's the difference. I might not have a million followers, but the followers that I got, like 60,000, probably 58,000 I know personally. That's the difference. So when you look at my page, it's like quality over quantity. Because when I do a post, it's going to be somebody like Swiss or somebody like real. Like I do a post and it might say, this person's album came out 30 years ago today. Might not get the most likes, but that person that has DM'd me like, dang, I forgot about that. I'm gonna put your post on mine, or oh damn, you got the album, and then they gonna put it on their page. Like, so like I'm just that for the culture. Like that's what I'm here for. Like no matter, I don't even need them to tag me. They know, you know what I'm saying, and that's what's more important to me. It's not for the show. Like you and I know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So walk genuinely in your purpose. So when you talk about pressure, man, bring it on.
Facts.
And then you talk about pressure. Like this is my partner right here. Like he been through it all and still out here, you know, I call him $70 million man now, but he's been through it all and he still is able to come outside and still, you might go to Trap City Cafe and he the one bringing you your drink. But when you look at it, like he could be at his house in his mansion chilling. He did it. Like you done, but no, he's still
outside.
We just shot In the Apartments Part 2. We just shot a comedy special. He's still at the shop, you know, Trap City Cafe, and about to open Bankhead Seafood with Killer Mike. Like those type of things. Rick Ross, when he come to the city, he'll usually call me like, we at Coalition DJ New Music Monday, pull up, and I'm seeing him doing these type of things, and he's helping me. And like it's been times I post and he the first one to like, and I'll be like, you would think like he in the pool or his biggest pool ever, but he got time to do that. So why wouldn't your other people or your circle do that? And a lot of people say that about me, like Nuface support me more than like my people.
Yeah, facts.
But I always wanted to be somebody to do that for me.
Yeah, facts.
So I had to show people what support looks like.
Damn. Man. It's an honor having you here.
Love and respect, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Real talk. Tell the people where they can find you.
Man, in the street, like we said, real
Facts.
talk. Anywhere in Atlanta where culture is, where music is, where hip hop is. But also, any episode of 85 South Show, his show now, Be High, Legendary Jerry podcast on iHeart. You can catch me on live on Edgewood with my dog Scotty ATL, co-host Erica Duchess. You got me at Giorgio's, New Style. We just outside wherever the culture is, maybe at front row, backstage at your favorite concert, or backstage trying to get in. So if you see me, man, just say Nuface was there. Love and respect.
Love and respect, man. It's been an amazing episode, vibing with Vito. You already know the slogan, we vibrating higher, and we gone.
And I'm higher.